Hello guys, welcome to my new video about variables and data types in C++. So this is a new video about variables and data type, and in the previous video we are learned how to write hello world program and about the process of compiling and linking in C++. So for not further that talking and go to the next slide. So what is a variable in C++? So a variable is a location like a garbage in like a location in computer memory where we can where a value can be stored. Variables must be declared before they are used in the program. So I think I can show you some live example that for the variables. So for variables you can like a store where this is a this is a drum, and you can think the data like some water, and you can put the water here, and after that this variable or the drum something, you from there you can take water and use it for further. And so let's go to some live demo, and let's open my VS Code. It's opening. Yeah, the VS Code is opening. I love VS Code very much. So let's open the folder that containing the required files too. So some example how these things are working. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, I store it in the cpp. So go to the test.cpp. I previously write some code about this, so you can see that I previously do some work in here. So for the variables you need to declare something called, it's called the data type. It is the integer data type. It is here to store the numbers like numericals 1 1 2 3. Let's name it int hello, and you can assign some number in it. We talk about the data types in later. So this is see how you can process it, and for the ending the line, and if we run it, then you can show that it is printing the, yeah, C++ 12, this 12. Okay, I comment it out so you can see it clearly. So let's run it again, and yeah, that is 12. So it stored this hello in this in this variable. So it is the data type, it is the data type. After that it is the variable name, and after that equal, and store the value here. So you see that how it worked. The variables you can store the values for after use, and after that we are going to the variable declaration, how you can declare a variable. So for declaration of the variables you first define the type name like the data type, meaning the variable, and after that the variable names like I previously show that hello is the variable name, and int is the meaning of like it is stored the number. It is the type will be the variable type. So the types can be int for the integer, double for the real number like it can be 20, or float point number like 20.0 or 30.0, 31.1, In double you can store both int and float. After that we have the character are the like this a r anything. And after that we have the long int. We talk about the long ints in the later slide. And after that we have the float at the floating point numbers. These are the numbers which have the decimal values like 4.1, 3.2. These are not the whole number like integers like 1, 2, 3. These are the decimal values. And double can hold the both like int and float. You can put them like int and float both are the real numbers, so you can them in the double. And example, there are some example like you can declare them like int abc double x. So after that we go to the next slide. So these are the some variable names like if the variables can start with letters or underscore or number, that will be just fine. But if this contains some illegal uh, characters like hash star etc and it starts with number, so it will be the illegal thing. You can't use a number to start a variable, but you can use numbers in the variables like this. So just check some code which are legal or illegal something. So first int 3ghi int ghi. So you can surely see that that the here is a red mark. So the this show the errors like it's expected an identifier. So identifier is the thing that by which you can identify a variable. Like you have a name and the name points to you, so the name is the identifier of you, and this is a identifier you can call. But this is the wrong way to do. Declare a variable. Variables cannot start using a number or special character. And variables always starts with a letter or underscore. Start with a letter or underscore. You can use this character. It's kind of a exception in the special character, because you can use underscore to declare a variable. Like you can do it in ghi. You can see that there is no error mark, but here is the error. But if I put the number in the last it will be not a wrong thing. And you can see that there will be nothing good, nothing bad happens. So by this you can do it. I comment out the whole thing. And after that we are going to the data types. So this is the data types. These are the C++ data types which are also available in the C. There are three types of data types available. Like there are built-in or primitive data types, and there is the derived data types which can be created using the built-in or primitive data types. And also there is the user-defined data types which are created using the arrays and pointers. And the structure union classes are the user defined. Like you can define your own data type for further use. So in the built-in primitive data types, we already discussed about the integer, floating and floating point numbers. So mm, so there will be in char float double, and there is another data type which is void. Void means there is nothing in the data or variable, like it's return 0 wherever the derived data types is arrays, pointer and references. We discuss about it later, but for now you can say that arrays are the containers where you can put multiple elements in the one thing, like a tray where you can put multiple elements. And the user defined like structures are like similar to classes where you can define objects and other things. So go to the next slide. So these are the range, like for a bit wide is 1, so its range will be always 0 to 1. Character is always 8-bit wide, and it's hold a character a small integer, and it's minus 128 to 127, like these are called the ASCII value, like A B C D E F. And after that we have the sorting are the bit width of 16, and it hold the signs. Integers are like they have the signs of plus or minus both, but in unsigned they have nothing there. You can assign negative or positive there, that does not matter. And for long int, the range is quite long. For this reason it's called the long int. And after that we have the float are the numbers which have the decimal points, and it have this 1.175 to the power minus 38 to 0.4010 to the power 38. And after that we have double, and is double defined to largest integer numbers. And after that we have the bool is the like 0 or 1, like true or false, the boolean value. Pointers are the width of memory, for it's used to refer a memory. I can show live example of it so you can easily understand what happening. We previously declared a variable like hello. Now we will declare a pointer data type like p, named it, and we will assign the value of address of hello in it. So if we uh, print the address of p, hello in it, so both will be equal to it. Like you can see that this address are quite similar, but these are some random number. But after that, if I, oh 1 minute, I do it, I print the address of p not p, so it's a kind of wrong thing, but I fix it. And now you can see that there's these are the same, like it stored the address of p in this pointer. Now for if I want to print the whole data or the pointer, the number in pointer is like that. And if you compile it, and you can see it here, number in pointer is 12. So it this star is invoked the p2 to show the variable, the number stored in this variable. Like uh, if you have something in a bucket and you point it, I make another video on pointer for especially for pointers. And after that we go to the next slide. So do some live coding, so you can make some make some what how you can use these things. So go to the VS Code and I total I erase all the code in there, and after that let's do some pre-processing like iOS stream header file and this this on the namespace and std static is a keyword. Later I will discuss about the static and it will be main. So let's write a code to add two numbers. So if I it is the integer data type, as we add two numbers it will be int a and int b, and let's print the let's declare a int c to store the result in a plus b, and in a I assign the value equal to 10 to store the value, and here I stored the 5 for here, and I print the value of c here. So if I do it, slash and I kind of see thing do, now it will be fine. So as you see that 10 plus 5 is 15. So that's all for today, and I end this video is here, and if you any further comment you can write me in the comment box of YouTube, and if you have any suggestion you can put me in my mail, or I put my profiles in the description. You check it out, and thank you very much for uh, hearing about this lecture. And so that's all for today, and thank you very much, and thank you.